Over the past 20 years, the Irish border has almost disappeared. But it used to be one of the world's most fortified frontiers. This former customs post just outside Newry is a reminder of what the border used to look like. It's no longer used, but it used to be a busy spot on the busiest road crossing between the south and the north of Ireland. It's a symbol of a vanished era. But could this decaying, weed-covered relic of the past play a role in the future? The United Kingdom wants to leave the customs union when it leaves the European Union. That will create a customs border with the Republic. That is one of the big issues that's animating voters in this part of Northern Ireland ahead of the June 8th election.
Any border on the island of Ireland will be potentially disastrous for all island trade. The risk is that the infrastructure like this that used to exist here would become a target potentially for disaffected dissident groups, which have been very much marginalised here over the last 20 years, but are always looking for opportunities to gain traction and to coalesce around an issue where they can draw support, especially from the young.
This is the River Flurry. In 2 years' time, this little stream will become the border between the United Kingdom and the European Union. I'm standing in the Republic of Ireland, and just over there is Northern Ireland. And this border has become the major issue on the island of Ireland after the Brexit referendum, which will take the United Kingdom out of the European Union. The uncertainty that it has created and the lack of information surrounding what happens to the border is all being voiced by businesses just across the border. Paddy Hughes makes supplements for horses at his factory in Flurrybridge. He remembers vividly what the border used to be like. He does not want to see that again.
We are talking about the survival of Northern Ireland here, in the situation that's about to come towards us. And remember that we voted to stay in, not to go out, because we knew the implications of what a border would cause to us. If the parties haven't taken into account the small businesses and the bigger businesses, I could see a mass exodus of business from Northern Ireland, leaving us even in a darker situation than we are in.
Murden James crosses the Irish border at least 17 times a day. His business just north of the border supplies customised wheelchairs. He sells most of them to the south. If there is a hard border after Brexit, he might move his business to the Republic. The EU says Ireland is one of its top 3 priorities, but Mr. James thinks politicians aren't listening to small businesses.
We hear it's being raised in Brussels and that they appreciate our concerns, but we're still not getting any answers. And for businesses to be located either on the north or the south of the border here, it takes time to relocate, and we need answers. We need information now.
A few miles up the road is Armagh, the city of 2 cathedrals. Here, the political battle is coming down to the question, which union matters more, the United Kingdom or the EU? Voters in Northern Ireland backed the Remain side in the EU referendum by 56 to 44%. Sam Nicholson, the Ulster Unionist candidate for Newry and Armagh, was a Remainer, like his party. But now he says the Brexit question has been settled and the election is about strengthening Northern Ireland's place in the UK.
We are out there to promote the Union as the best place for us, strongest place for us within the United Kingdom, socially, politically, economically. And I don't think that's in danger.
Sinn Féin is the main anti-Brexit voice in Northern Ireland now. But it faces an enormous challenge to convince pro-EU unionists to back its position. For starters, Sinn Féin and Ulster unionists take diametrically opposed views on Northern Ireland's place in the UK. And although Sinn Féin has 4 MPs, they don't take their seats at Westminster.
From our point of view, they're a unionist who did vote to remain, and it's really convincing them that the best way forward is our progressive policies in terms of the All-Ireland dimension and how, obviously what we want to do is try and represent everyone.
The Brexit referendum has thrown the constitutional future of the UK into doubt. Here in Northern Ireland, that question goes to the heart of the forthcoming election. It's about the border, it's about political identity, and it's about whether this often overlooked part of the UK can avoid a return to the bad old days of its past. Vincent Boland, Financial Times, Newry and Armagh.